What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you to our first basketball interview. I will leave a little bit of a drum roll and suspense for who it is. We'll do the big left reveal. It's the El Capitan Vaqueros. Thank you very much, everybody, for being in here with us. Let's turn all the microphones on. This is squad 1 of 2 today because I did not specify how many people could be brought to this and that our studio had a max capacity. So everybody but and there's parents out there too. Like, no lie. I have not seen a team roll with a legit, like a convoy here. Like, you guys know apparently how to make an entrance. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Name, grade, position, please. If you don't mind, we'll go down the row and we'll get everyone introduced here. This is the first squad. These are all you're all freshmen, yes?
Yes.
All right.
I'm Lily Williams. I'm a 9th grader and I'm a power forward.
Not a lot of confidence on what grade you're in immediately after us all saying you're a freshman, but I like it.
I'm Sammy Willis. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm a guard.
I'm Emily Sample. I'm a freshman, and I'm the point guard.
I'm Paige Wortham. I'm a 9th grader, and I'm a center.
I'm Natalie Andrews. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm a guard.
Yes, Coach, please.
All right. I'm Coach Curtis, and I'm not in 9th grade, but
This is first year for you as head coach, yes?
last year, my first year, technically.
I don't know if
I don't even know if I count last year. Like,
half the sports don't count last year.
I don't.
And it all morphed into one like weird season
This
for
is
me.
the first year of, like, having
first
real,
official full year
like,
for
having,
you.
like, real responsibilities. Last year, we just show up on a Wednesday and have a game, and maybe have it, maybe not, because of COVID. So.
Well, and you are, your dad was the head coach previously, and your sister has set almost all of the records. So you guys are basically synonymous now with, you have no other options. You have to be involved in LCAP basketball.
Yes.
There is no second choice in life. Are you better, like one-on-one, you versus your sister, who wins to 21? Perfect. Okay, so girls, 2-2 so far this season, with an overtime win, and nobody really cares about like the first 10 games of a basketball season. You're still kind of feeling it all out. But as freshmen, how does it feel to be at the high school level now?
Yeah, it feels good. Maybe we're talking to the mic.
Scary.
Yeah, it's still like kind of nerve-wracking though, because you're like you're making so many mistakes, but I mean, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, we waited a long time for it.
How much has the adjustment been from the level that you were previously
No.
playing to varsity?
Oh, man.
Like, I feel like
A
the
lot.
game speeds up a lot, yes?
It does,
Yes.
yes.
So what has has there been a moment for any of you guys where you looked around and you're like, well, okay, wait, this is going a little fast for me right now.
Yes.
Every day?
Every single time you step on the court.
Yes?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
It hasn't started to level out yet a little bit? It's
Actually,
still-
No.
You're gonna level up for me a little.
You can try to prepare as much as you want to for for the high school level, but you're just never gonna be there. Like, you can't. Yeah.
Were your away games at Holtville and Imperial, or were those
we
tournament
went on a
games?
2-day road trip. So we were there Friday. We stayed the night there. Woke up Saturday and played Imperial.
So I feel like if somebody had told me okay, your third game in, you're going to be driving 2 hours out into the middle of nowhere and having to play a rumble against a team that you've never really had any scouting on, I'd be a little intimidated. You guys, yes, no? What was a 2-day road trip like for right out the gate of high school basketball?
It was
We
fun.
definitely got to learn a lot about each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a little closer.
That feels like not necessarily a basketball thing. That feels like
No.
you more just learned about people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were like, oh.
It really wasn't about basketball. It was just hanging out.
Getting to be with each other, kind
I
of.
mean,
mesh.
basketball was just like a side project.
And coach is like, yeah, that's what's entirely how I drew it up. That's how I drew it up. We're gonna drive out there and we're gonna.
We've actually done that trip before, and I love playing those teams. I just think that they play really they play basketball the way it should be played out there, and so I really think that was important for us to get out there and just see something different. We got to.
Could you? No, I'm pointing at the mic. Could you lean a little bit more? You,
Yeah.
you can move the mic. Oh, there we go.
Oh, perfect.
Drews doesn't need it.
Yeah, they really they just play the game the right way out there, and I just think that it was so good for us to get a different perspective of basketball we had never really seen before. And I'll let Drews talk about the gym, because playing at Holtville, I don't know if you've ever been to that gym. It's
I have not been there personally, but I've seen clips from the gym.
so cool.
Yes.
So cool. I love playing there. Tell them about it.
Oh yeah, Nat.
Yeah, the gym was really cool, and it had a I don't know. It was just like different. It was really cool, and it had like a really cool like ceiling, and like
It's like a dome.
No, I just like remember that like the ceiling, and yeah, it was
About
just
the
really
lighting.
Cool. Yeah,
The lighting was
was
very
the lighting
weird.
was orange.
Like Hoosiers. Like,
Yeah, it was kind of dark in
Like
there,
You
though.
don't have
like
you
the
don't get to
bleachers.
complain about lighting until you've played at Rancho Buena Vista.
Oh, yeah.
It's better now. It used to
It's cool because they used to have mismatched colors of
Color
lights.
lights.
They used to have like one end of the floor was like fluorescent,
Oh.
like those like bright blue lights, and one end of the floor was like old orangish looking lights.
Ew.
And like literally shooters would go hot and cold based on first and second half. Like awful, terrible setup. I'm looking up and down here. Helix has a nicer new gym, so you guys will get that. But other than that, you have some of the older, more when you pack a crowd in there, it gets really hot and awful to play in type experiences.
That's how our
It's
gym
so
is.
hot in our gym.
Yes.
Your gym being
It's like
one
an-
of
it's
them.
literally
Air
an oven.
conditioning.
Yeah, it's so hot.
So I will be curious to check back in with you all sophomore, junior, senior years as you determine which gyms you enjoy more
yeah.
and less playing in. Because there's one that I can think of specifically that's the absolute worst, and that's Valhalla's gym.
They're
That
Yes.
thing,
absolute
It's
worst.
bad.
I
It's
don't
dark
remember it.
in certain parts, and then
and
not
and
very
like
good.
others
I,
are so bad.
The lighting
Yeah.
can really determine how like good a gym is.
them and
It
Patrick
really
Henry
does.
are
Like
the two gyms
Imperials,
that
I
I've
did
been
not
in
like
where
that.
like you need one of those big fans and an open door going if you have more than like half the crowd. So as the freshman group, you guys have come in on a kind of a younger team this year. Yes, we have what, one senior, two seniors, one senior.
Yeah.
You guys, I assume, are like straight away get to work trying to leave your legacy. What are you guys trying to do as between now and senior year? What is the goal for you guys?
Do you want to have individual goals? You listen to like
Individual goals, team goals.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, I don't
else
talk
go
to a
first.
ton of
I'm not ready.
freshman
Yeah.
groups like this
Yeah.
that are all on varsity together. Like, this is a larger contingent compared to most teams we ever talk to. So, for the five of you, what's the goal for the next couple of years?
I think to be able to play together still, like kind of grow. Because, like, of course, right now we're not at our best, but I think as we go, like, we have so much chemistry together since we've been playing for a long time that it will, like it's I'm curious to see how far we'll go, you know?
I think since we're definitely like really young, it's gonna take a while to get where we have to be. But when
yeah.
we do, we're definitely gonna be like leading and teaching and like helping the other incoming freshmen.
Yeah.
I think like obviously people want to win, but like I just want to have fun.
I mean, I want to break a record, so I'm going to try for that.
Okay.
I'm feeling you sat in the middle directly in front of that mic for a reason. And that you're going to be
yeah.
getting a lot of attention directed your way over the next 4 years. I like that, Coach, I got to say, I respect that it takes like 4 or 5 answers till winning comes in. And that maybe speaks to me a lot about you guys just seem to enjoy playing with each other. And like you enjoy the vibe of this group.
We work together well, I think.
And like
yeah.
I like it because like even off the court we're all like best friends.
It helps when you've been playing with each other for like
Since like 4th grade.
yeah.
As a group, you 5 have been together for a hot minute, or just like a core group of 3 or 2 of you?
We came in a
I
little
think
later.
us
Yeah.
three started in like 3rd grade or 4th grade. Drews came in 6th grade. Paige
I came in 6th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
Slowly assembling the squad.
Yeah.
And now that high school is here, no new friends.
No,
we just-
kick
them out.
No new friends whatsoever.
no incoming freshmen next year. No, keep them
No.
off of varsity, Coach.
No,
We-
yeah,
we-
no.
Just us.
No.
Coach was getting kind of slammed before the interview for not meshing with the team's dress code.
He's all for color coordination.
He is. No, we all have to match, but as soon as it's like, as soon as it's him, it like
Okay,
doesn't
so
really matter.
3 of you talking at the same time, little hard to decipher in the
Yeah.
audio. We'll start right to left here, my right to left. What was Coach doing wrong? Not paying attention to the group chat, just ignoring team vibes.
No,
like,
I think
'cause
like,
he-
I think like you have to like remind him a lot because like sometimes he has so much going on, he just forgets.
Yeah.
I literally.
he's
said-
constantly thinking about the next game. He doesn't have time to focus.
Yeah, next
on
play, next play,
the
next
next.
play. My turn. And like so.
Well, you don't have to scold her.
Maybe
right? Just,
no,
just
yeah,
say it when
maybe-
there's 4 people
That's
talking
how it
at the
always
same time.
is. Them two are always yelling at each other all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is like a
Don't
thing.
say
Like the 2 of them
that.
fighting could be
We have
featured.
a we have we have a lot of beef.
Can we put a TikTok compilation together of just like you two, like the rest of you guys, like
definitely.
low key
No,
recording them?
I filmed I have so many videos of
Yeah.
them just going
It's
back
not
and
even
forth.
like just like at our house. It's like on the court too.
We've been on the bench sometimes because of it.
we were subbing in and we were full on fighting with each other.
Like
Okay,
throw a ball?
no,
Are we having a LeBron
no,
situation
like-
where there's a
Yeah,
bow?
we were like,
No, like a full on like argument. Like
we were like, no, I got this person. You need to push up. That's your fault.
That's your fault. Yeah. She likes. Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Okay, well, anyway.
I can respect that. No, I can respect that. I think back to I won't age myself by saying the players because I've been covering high school sports for longer than you guys have been in high school. But there was a basketball team a couple of years ago where two of the main guys, as they were headed off the court at a championship game, were literally like F you, F you, F you, pushing each other. And coach goes over to like kind of separate them, and the guy turns to me and goes, "Coach, that's my dog. Why are you getting mad at me?" Like, he goes, "This is how we communicate. Like, I got to get under his skin for the second half to get the most out of him."
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, like, that's a good dynamic there, where you can tell him to go bleep himself and then get all up in his face and be like, "No, this is just getting the best out of him." So I want to see a compilation video if we
that
can.
happens. That
Definitely
happens.
definitely
as
have
the
some
season
moments.
goes on,
Been
of like
Definitely.
uncomfortable moments where everyone else is like, "Why do they hate each other so much?"
No.
Yeah, the parents,
It's
the
okay.
parents probably think we're crazy.
No,
No,
it's so
actually,
funny.
though.
Or maybe a technical being issued for like swearing at her or something like that. It's some sort of comical moment where you have to explain, "No, that's my friend."
Yeah.
And then you guys just kind of sit back quietly and are like, "We don't want to be around their energy."
She's really.
You're the positive and
She's like laid back.
I think they're both like laid back and
I have
quiet.
to separate them when they're fighting like cats and dogs.
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
I just start filming.
Don't fight.
Sammy starts laughing.
I do.
Sammy
See, okay, so
just
so
records.
fighting, awkward laughing, guys, please separate, and you're just kind of
She's
in
just
the
really-
corner
she's
like,
just
"This
there.
is so uncomfortable."
Yeah.
So funny. I always laugh. Like, I could be getting yelled at for not getting back on defense, and I'll be laughing. Like, I can't not laugh. Like, I'm always smiling.
I've never.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
I've never coached a kid that I could yell at and then she'll still be smiling. I'm like, I just choose you out and she's still got a smile. I'm like,
We have different ways we respond
no,
to
and
it
it's like
too.
get
That's
on the line. I just
classic.
start
probably
smiling.
my sister's class we had 6 freshmen came in the same exact thing, but they were way more similar. Like this group, like you said, like they're all different. Like it's changed the dynamics of the way I've had to coach because I can't treat all the freshmen like freshmen because they're all different. Like they all really like have their own dynamics.
Again, I don't want to age myself necessarily, but this reminds me a lot of Phil Jackson having to coach the Bulls in the 90s is a reference that none of you understand, I'm assuming. But one of the best basketball runs in history was the Bulls won 5 or 6 championships in the 90s, all based off of having 5 of the most unique people on earth that all wanted to fight each other constantly. And they called their coach the Zen Master. So you will be referred to as San Diego's Zen Master if you can manage to get these freshmen to all get along together for the next 4 years. Or you will retire to a yurt somewhere in Montana and we'll never hear from you again after the stress of dealing with just the two of you.
Could never. He could never.
He could never leave you guys? Never, ever?
Never.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. We will do a little bit of a line shift right now. Coach, stay here. We'll, if you guys want to go out and get all of the upperclassmen, we will say thank you very much, everybody, for coming in.
Way to talk too much.
Any parting message, words of wisdom? Just a thumbs up. Nice. That was aggressive. I like it. That's a hell of an intro. Welcome to we'll do the magical woo, woo, woo. This is the upperclassmen. This is sophomores, juniors, and senior? Yes. Okay. We got the whole gambit covered. Let's go down the line real quick. Do introductions, name, and grade and position, please.
Okay. Hi, I'm Amaya Tone. I'm a sophomore, and I'm the point guard.
All right. We can, any of these microphones all work.
Okay. Hi, my name's Alyssa. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a shooting guard.
You look like you weren't sure where coach is going to play you this season.
Hi, I'm Natalie Danks. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a shooting guard.
My name's Hannah Burton. I'm a senior, and I'm a power forward.
Hi, my name's Maddie P. I'm a junior, and I'm a center.
So our lone senior has joined us. Do you feel like are you the mother of the team? Are you like the one like taking all these younger kids under your wing, teaching them the thing? Or are you just like, hey, youth, win me a championship? What's the vibe for the team this year?
No. Definitely trying to my role from last year and this year has changed greatly. So I'm trying to learn and get better myself. But yes, definitely trying to take everybody in and let us all play together because we do have a lot of freshmen.
a
whole new
huge a huge freshman contingent after not really having a season last year. I mean, everyone got like some sort of a something or other, but we didn't really have like a
Last year
full
was something.
season. What makes you say that?
It was something. We had how many? We had some of us. The whole team had, I think, two or three COVID breaks. One of the girls, actually, two of them had four COVID breaks.
When you guys weren't playing in gyms with people and everything was like, are they canceling the game today? Do we have a game? I don't know.
It felt like middle school basketball.
Nothing felt like an organized season last year. Everything.
We didn't know we were going to have a season until the day before, and we were texted, "Hey, you're having a season tomorrow. Like, season starts tomorrow."
Admittedly, a good text to receive.
Yeah.
But also, you're like, oh,
okay.
Who's on the team? Do we have uniforms? What's going on? Where are we playing? Everything has been a little bit more normal and organized this year. You guys out the gate right now. The record says 2-2. I don't think you can tell anything about a basketball team until about 10 games in. But from what you guys have seen, prior years versus this year, what's the vibe? Do you guys like where you're at? Where are the goals that you're setting for the team this year? Just tell us a little bit about the squad. That open question to anybody that wants to answer.
So I think this year, even though like our score might be like 2-2, like in the games, I actually like where we are now because even with the new team, we're able to like keep going. Like, it's just a good chance for everyone else to step up. And like all the previous years, we were all like super good, but I feel like this year we had to like restart all together. And for having to restart, I don't think we're doing that bad. And I definitely see us growing like more and more like throughout the games, even at practice and stuff like that.
You're going to want to clip it in a little bit higher up on the microphone. And I like that. No rebuilding years. No excuse, no mentality of like, we're just going to, whatever, we'll limp into the playoffs this year. That's a pretty killer mentality. Who's the rival? I always like asking this because I get really random answers.
Rival or rivals?
Okay, well, no, first off, if you are the team that's just like, F everybody, we want all the smoke, I will accept that answer. But there can be multiple rivals. I think that every school has one that's like the traditional rival for like our school versus that school, but every program also has one or two that like you're like, oh, that's real random. No other teams at your school hate that school. So tell me, why do you answer? Who can we list off? Commas, dashes,
I
who?
have three guesses.
Hold on.
I just have three.
I got two.
Well, the school has one. Our school, like in the past, it's been Santana.
Yes.
Santana's
Yeah.
school rival.
Which you beat in double overtime.
By 1 point.
Which is nice.
By 1 point.
Mount McGill's another one
Yes.
that we beat for the first time in 14 years.
That's just like our program.
That's what I'm saying, though. You can.
program.
That is a valid answer. That is an
but-
absolute
But I
valid
think if
answer.
you ask us like what program has value beating, like every year, like you want to beat Mount McGill. That would be a good measurement of like how good are you. If you can beat Mount McGill, you're a good team. Period. They're 20 years in a row they've been a great team.
Yes.
So they don't really they don't rebuild.
Admittedly, Country Day has reset the standard for what a great team is,
Yeah,
and
but,
that has
in the league.
But yeah, the Mount McGill win, I'm sure that was a big one for you guys. So
As an assistant coach, that's probably one of my favorite memories.
Let's talk about our.
And
rival.
I would say the last one is Grossmont because just after so many years like playing them, they're such a different program, and like it's about heart for us, and beating them is a big deal.
a win at Grossmont. Where does that rank in terms of like the most enjoyable satisfaction you can get?
Top.
Number one.
Over a CIF championship?
Well,
I don't know.
no.
Beating Grossmont in a CIF championship is number one, but number 1A is winning at Grossmont's gym. And you like beating them at home or on the road better?
All the time.
Both.
Both all the time,
Anytime.
all of the
Anytime.
wins. You'll play them at a rec center in the middle of the night, middle of the day on a Sunday. Deal. Perfect. I love that. And that is something that you are imparting to the freshmen. Hey, you need to make this a rivalry now.
Yes.
Because they seem like an enthusiastic group that might be down to arbitrarily hate anybody that you tell them they hate. Do we like them? Are they a little bit too much to handle?
They're all right. I like most of them.
Most of
No, I'm just kidding. All of them.
I don't mean individual. They're very nice people, but they seem like as a group,
Yeah.
That's a
lot to
that's a
deal with.
lot. That's a freshman class that they bring a lot to the table.
It's a good thing though. It brings a lot of energy.
Yeah, I think it's a lot different. Like looking at it from like a team standpoint, it's a lot different and it's hard to handle. But like as like a cohesive group, I think it's a great thing to have them there,
Especially on the court. It's a different spark.
Yeah, we were told that two of them are borderline almost fighting the whole time.
Oh yeah, Sammy and Sample.
Sammy and Zebel?
Is it funny? Is it like funny to watch, or is it you guys get
I feel
concerned?
like the only thing that sparks the argument is how we all get them mixed up, and then they start fighting with each other.
No, it was
What
Lily
other two?
and Sample.
Lily?
It's Lily and
Oh, yeah,
Sample?
that's very opinionated.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So you just see them all squabbling constantly, and you're just like, all right, great, you're all freshmen. I like that.
yeah.
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 Okay. Pre-game music is always a big one that I like to ask, and that turns into
Country.
Country.
So who has control of it?
Natalie.
pretty much.
What is the vibe this year? Country has obviously been said, but who are some of the teams or who are some of the songs that were picked? Do you mind giving us a sample of the pre-game playlist?
Big Green Tractor.
You gotta explain the whole like
Okay,
tradition. You gotta explain like exactly. Tell us how you get warmed up.
Our pre-game,
It's like when we're shooting, you first come into the gym.
Yeah.
it's country. It's there for a reason.
You look over and coach is going, "You go, girls."
When people walk in to start shooting, and they got country music on.
It's El Cap. You gotta have the country.
It's kind of in the school bylaws,
It
like
is.
you
It
wouldn't
is.
be an LCAP team if you
It's
didn't
an
have
unwritten rule.
an unwritten rule. I like that.
Yes, that it
Well,
is.
We'll put that on the polls at SD Prep Insider on Twitter and on Instagram. Is it an unwritten rule that if you are a sporting team at LCAP, you must have country music playing?
Yes. Definitely true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna type up the poll right now. You keep telling us about the pregame playlist. I heard some Jack Harlow was mixed in there, but
Yes.
please go ahead.
So after we stretch, and we come out to warm up, then we play the real music that you get warmed up to.
The hype music.
Yeah. Well, Maddie can do
Yeah.
that. Maddie's.
We could have a little what do you call it? Give us an example of one.
Yeah, you want to sing it for us?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This is you were talking about unwritten rules. This is an unwritten rule of this show. If somebody has brought up that they have any sort of musical talent, you're put on the spot.
It's not talent.
So just sing.
Maddie plays the cello.
Yeah, is what?
Maddie plays the show.
This Lakeside something or other.
Okay, you know what? We're not gonna get.
Did you get the number of the bus they backed up over you there? Because they threw you in front of it. You now have to answer about your winning of Miss LCAP, and you have to sing for us.
That's her.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
Get to it.
Wait, where do you want me to start?
Well, the
Tell us
singing
what you
first.
want. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
sing first.
No.
No, do our song.
Oh.
Or our song.
Well,
Y'all
Hannah
have songs?
Hannah loves Miss Jackson, so like whenever that comes on in the gym, I find Hannah and then we're like, "Sorry, Miss Jackson. Oh, I am for real." So yeah, there's that one.
There's lots of singing warm-ups.
Oh yeah. That's just how it is. You gotta sing.
Lots of
I mostly
singing.
dance.
Then there's
There's
some.
some shimmies in there.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you guys are looking forward to cameras being around for the next 4 years. Like we need to hire a video editor to just follow the team around, and
It'll be funny if we were mic'd up. Some of the things that Ora said, we'll all just laugh.
would it be able to make any sort of broadcast air though, or is it all
Yes.
vulgar inside jokes?
No,
That would be
Because
fine.
it's
that
just
doesn't
funny.
fly as far for mic'd up segments.
No, it's just we just mess around like that. Like we joke around with each other all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good, language wise.
Yeah.
We don't really.
I mean, if you get fired up, you get fired up. But
Yeah, it happens. So pre-game playlist. I appreciate the little balance. We will see what the poll comes back with if everyone agrees that it's a requirement at LCAP. But I like to embrace that you guys are the country music school of all of the areas. I like that you have an established rivalry. What are you guys looking at for this season? Most teams will come in here and give me the cliche answer. We're looking for a championship. We're going to take it one game at a time. But for you guys as the upperclassmen on this team, where are the goals? What have you guys set for yourself to accomplish this year?
We're gonna get better.
Yeah. For me, obviously, we want to win a championship, but, for me personally, with like all the leaders that left last year just wanting to step up and kind of like make a difference like they did kind of. But like all together as a team, just grow together because we've all known each other for so long. It's just now like different actually putting the relationship on the court. So like that's all I really look forward to, like just building that bond, be able to play together, like successfully together.
I think this is a big year for like just growth as a team because this year we have so many new fresh players. It's like the whole season is about growing and like getting better and figuring out what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I want to win, but like I think this year's it's more than that. Like we have a lot.
You're trying to leave a legacy of a solid foundation.
Yeah, and like I think with as many like freshmen as we do have in 4 years, the team is going to be. It's going to be something great. I mean,
So you would like to stake your claim right now that any championships won in the 3 years following your graduation, you should be sent a ring. Because
I will say
Yes.
that the mother of our team will get a ring in 3 years.
I'm a bear.
people will be very confused why you're standing up there at the CIF championship holding up the banner like, yes, this was me. You're like, aren't you a junior in college? What? Wait, what's going on right now? You take over the mic. Oh, thank you. This is such a meaningful win. I can respect that, though. That to me, just wanting to grow as a team is not something that you hear a lot. So for you guys, it seems like you have a pretty solid vision of where you want to go. And I'm always curious where that comes from as a team. Because sometimes you get a lot of people that are just like, oh, we all like each other. Great. Yeah. But we're doing this for football, or we're doing this for a championship, or we're doing this for baseball. You guys seem to just genuinely enjoy each other. And I'm curious where that comes from.
I kind of got that from like Mackenzie.
I thought you were about to distance yourself from everybody, and you're like, I kind of don't actually like them.
I just don't actually like you guys.
So wait, so you say you got that from Mackenzie?
Yeah, I got that from Mackenzie. Like her being a leader, and as of last year, like it was my first year playing, and with COVID, and then me not really having a full like freshman season, and just kind of getting thrown in like with, I don't even know what, like I just got thrown in, and then with her being able to like, you know, pick me up and like basically help out like the whole team, even though like despite what was going on, like I feel like that's where I learned like wanting to be together and help out everyone else, is because I had someone do that for me when I came in. So that's what I like try to focus to do like with the other freshmen too. And also I think it's just like how we built our program like all together. Like the coaches and stuff, they have high expectations for us, and they always tell us like it's not about winning, it's about growing, because we could win a whole bunch of things, but it doesn't mean anything if we don't care about it, or it doesn't mean anything if we're not, like, we just want to be the best type of people that we can be. So caring about it is what makes us better.
It's not about winning, and it's not about dressing coordinated with the rest of the team. That's
Well,
the message coming from Coach.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, no. Dressing coordinated makes us together. That's
No, I'm just saying from Coach. That's the message from Coach. Is that it's not for him. It's not about winning, and it's not about dressing coordinated.
Yeah.
Well,
It's the details.
Yeah, it's like little details, Coach. Little details.
It's so much more than
They
basketball.
do their own thing. I didn't get sent a text message of what to wear. So.
Coach, you don't have to defend yourself. We make fun of everybody on this show. Everyone's an equal opportunity victim here.
Exactly. They'll never miss an opportunity to make fun of me.
absolutely not.
I don't think they miss many opportunities, on or off the court. You seem like the kind of team that just takes your advantage for, here's an open shot, I'm going to take it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys coming in. We're wishing you the best of luck the rest of this year. We definitely want a mic'd up segment, a composite video of all their arguments, a report back on how the win at Grossmont feels this year. So I'm hoping this is not the last time we have you guys on the show. We will have all the information about where you can check out all of their games the rest of this season. Is there a hashtag or a saying or a phrase or something like that for this year that we can sign off with?
Hashtag fire me up.
No, hashtag all in.
No.
All in.
Hashtag
It's
no
all-
excuses. No excuses.
Hashtag all of the above.
Yeah, all
All
of
right,
us.
so let's put that on the. Let's put the. What are the three options? We'll put that on the poll. We'll figure out what the best of the hashtags is. All
All in.
Hashtag all in.
right, so we got all in,
Hashtag no excuses.
no excuses.
And then hashtag fire me up.
Fire me
Yeah,
up.
fire me up. That was
Where does
my
fire
favorite.
me up come from? Is that an inside joke about coach or something like that?
Do you need to play the video?
Yeah,
video.
I didn't
This
play
was
the video.
okay. This was last season, and
At a morning practice at 6 in the morning.
we were
Okay, what's what you gotta tell them that our schedule
Oh,
last year.
last season, since it was COVID time, we had no time after the gym with all the sports playing at one time. We had like all the sports like going at once. So the only open gym time was in the morning before school.
Which was like 5 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Yes, like it
Every
was
day.
every
Yeah,
single
every day.
And then when we had games at night, we would go until like 10. I wouldn't go to bed till like midnight, and then I'll have to wake up the next day. For
So you're
morning
running like
practice.
15-hour days.
Yes, it was insane.
Basically.
3 or 4 games a week, didn't we?
Yes, it was nuts.
Yeah. So one morning at practice at 6 in the morning,
I think we were kind of sandbagging it.
sandbagging it. Well, that's
Add that as another hashtag.
hashtag sandbagging it. That's a fair point. I don't really know how it came about, but coach is laying on the floor, beating his hands on the floor, and he just yells, "Fire me up!" And we just, it's, yeah.
Never been the same since.
No, never been the same.
Just so you know, every water polo team in the county is like laughing at you guys right now because they have to share pool time. I mean, not every, because some schools have their pools. A lot of swim and water polo teams do that 5 a.m. thing. And they have to do it outdoor while swimming, and that all sounds awful. I would never sign up for that life. So mad respect for you guys getting up at that early hour. And I will just say, we will end this interview with fire me up. That's what I'm feeling right now. Fire me up. Thank you very much for tuning in, sports fans. Thank you guys for being here, and we will talk to you next time.